That thing is such a beast. We drove that car a few episodes back, and I mean, the Challenge Evo is such an amazing Ferrari. What's up, guys? How's it going? Welcome back to Jumping a Great Day. Here we are back at the track, this time Auto Club Speedway. And today, in this episode, we've got something so excited to share with all of you today. That being, we're joined by a McLaren Elva. And today, we're gonna find out what it's like to drive and also do a quick review on it here at the racetrack. So I've not seen one in person before, but owning my McLaren 600LT, I'm in love with that car. It's so much fun, and I'm so excited to see how that car compares. I know it's a light years ahead. And the closest car it's gonna compare it to is my experience in the McLaren P1. Oh my gosh. But again, this is a completely different style of vehicle because it's got no roof, it's got no windshield. This is something that is next level, over 800 horsepower. It is an Ultimate Series McLaren, and I am such a major fan of it. I cannot wait to see it in person. But anyways though, as they're pulling up right now, let's head down there and check it out. And a major shout out to FSELA and also Race Car Party. Race Car Party is a track organization we're joining here today, but also FSE does all the race car prep and work for our McLaren 600LT, and they've done such an awesome job. And we're joining them actually in the entire garage bay right there, the first one. And there it is, the McLaren Elva. Insane, guys, driving a McLaren Elva. The thing is an absolute beast. I can't believe it's actually happening. This is the ultimate McLaren ever made. It's got no windshield. Look in front of us. Oh my gosh, I can feel the wind hit my face. This is the weirdest thing ever. This is so weird. I can feel the wind hit my face. Oh my gosh. That is the craziest thing ever. So it's got no windshield. You see my hair moving around right now? Oh my gosh, we're driving a McLaren Elva right now. I'm such a huge McLaren fanboy, and this car is unreal, it's unbelievable. Let's go ahead and reverse back in this corner right here, get a shot of it. This car is insane right now. I mean, we have floating displays, the entire exterior. In fact, if you grab the camera right now, check this out. There's no windshield. I think it's where the airbag is right here, but it's all covered in actual paint. You can see this little like mirror, but I love how the body lines just swoop back up right here on the left, and then the floating mirrors. I mean, this car is unreal. And to get out, you push down this button right here, and the door opens up. Let's go ahead and check out this display. So right now we are in neutral, normal drive mode comfort, but then if you want to change the drive modes, I believe you use these top control selectors, similar to the new McLaren Artura. So you just push up and it changes the mode for the normal handling. So now we're in sport. Next up, we are in track mode, and this is the powertrain. So if you want to put in like a manual mode, you hit M right there, or you hit the EST control to turn it all up if you want to have some crazy fun with that being said. But let's get out and check this thing out. Turning it off, and then putting on the parking brake is on. Let's push up on that, and then there goes the coolest doors of all time. And I love the carbon monocoque chassis with this thing. Look at the carbon fiber. It looks absolutely unreal with the McLaren logo right there. And these seats are actually very, very comfortable. Let's get out and check this out. Can't believe this is actually happening right now. And you sit low in this vehicle. The carbon top is so high up. This car is absolutely unreal. I mean, I am in so much shock that I'm driving this beast right here. This is the ultimate McLaren in the sense of the best GT car you can buy from them. And it can do absolutely crazy crazy things having no actual windshield. It's almost like a burgundy or just deep impact red, and it almost looks pink in some areas, and purple. I love the flakes in it, and it's kind of got Speedtail vibes for the front headlights right there, as you can see. Nonetheless, the car in person looks absolutely unreal, especially with the doors up, and I love the exposed carbon fiber absolutely everywhere. You got the same sensors all throughout the vehicle, so when you're parking it, it'll beep at you, which is the 720 has that, the 600LT, etc., all the vehicles. But same McLaren badge as my car. But this is the all magic right here. This is the magic right here that makes you have a virtual windshield, I guess you can say, but it is completely controlled by manipulating airflow. So with a normal vehicle, you'd have obviously a huge windscreen in front of you, but with this car, that's not gonna happen. So interestingly, driving it, you do notice the wind, but it's not as crazy as you'd expect. It is honestly unreal. I cannot stop smiling and just laughing because this car is blowing me away, especially with that interior over here. Check this out again. Look how these mirrors just wrap around, so high-tech looking, and then these seats, they hold you in very well. But what's different about them is that they end very abruptly. So most seats keep going right on here, but they stop very early to where you sit down low and you get buckled up. So in general, I actually do like them, and the best part is this car can actually survive, you know, being in the rain, you can say. You don't want to go overboard with it, but you would think, well, what would happen if you're driving and then rain starts coming down in like England? Well, the car does have a very unique and intuitive design when it comes to the interior, because as you can see, the inside of the door is not finished in like Alcantara as you would see with a 765 LT. Instead, it's finished in an actual paint coat. So all the materials, again, can survive being out in the elements, which makes it even that much better. Same goes for the seats. And I think that's why you don't see Alcantara or suede at all in this vehicle. Nonetheless, the exposed carbon fiber just keeps going all throughout the car. And as many of you know, this car does use an even crazier version of McLaren's V8 twin turbo setup. This time around, the car has 804 horsepower and 590 pound-feet of torque. It is the lightest McLaren you can possibly buy. So with that being said, it offers an experience unlike anything else. I love that rear diffuser. Reminds me a lot of my 600LT actually, with these blades down below. But it's so cool looking how all the McLarens share a similar framework for the engine, but every single one has been just ramped up between the 765, the Senna, and then even this beast right here, even the Speedtail as well. So sub 3,000 pounds, and that is unreal because you have that much horsepower again. And backing up, you would wonder, well, how can you actually get to that engine bay? It's completely closed off in the back. Well, interestingly enough, you have this entire hatch right here that opens up, and you can actually have your own storage compartment right here in the middle, and also you can top off your oil, your water, also just get good maintenance done very simply by opening up this hatch. So in general, they have thought of it all, but I did not know that right away. I was very curious. I asked the owner, I was like, how do you work on the engine? But you still can. And not that you would on this kind of a car. You'd want the best care for it possible, have professionals do it. But anyways, though, another interesting thing is that looking at the exhaust pipes, you have dual vertical exhaust pipes, but then you also have normal exhaust pipes similar to the McLaren 720S. So they've got that dual design. So the Senna is all vertical, right? Then this is it's a dual of both, and then mine's also vertical. Nonetheless, you also have these really cool extractors finished with carbon fiber on either side of that twin turbocharged V8. Closing the doors, you can see how there's an entire opening right here to channel that airflow. Look how deep that goes, all through the entire vehicle, and it goes straight to the engine compartment down there. Everything is finished in that exposed carbon fiber. So closing it up, let's just grab the hinge right here, because it's a very expensive car, you know, but nonetheless, I am in love with it. It is so cool to see, especially with that no front windshield. It's one of the craziest designs. When you're sitting inside, it doesn't feel like a car. It feels kind of like a go-kart or a Formula car, but it has actual body panels that you'd associate with a McLaren or a Lamborghini. So it has that exotic appeal, but it drives like an absolute race car. Nonetheless, bending all the way down, this car does have the McLaren official spec P0, so the non-Trofeo Rs. You can get to stick your tires. So if you didn't want to track it or go to the drag strip, you could do that. But for the street, if you want to enjoy this car, drive it around, you can just use these tires. And they actually do a really, really good job considering the amount of power and performance this car offers. Nonetheless, carbon ceramic brakes up front, huge 6-piston calipers, and then brand new brake pads. So this car is all set for this track day here at Auto Club Speedway. I love these vents right here behind the front tires. It looks so cool how the airflow just comes out sideways like this. The Speedtail has got a different design because, as you know, it actually uses wheel caps for all that airflow to block that turbulent air. But this has got a different design, and you got to realize this is not meant to be the ultimate track McLaren. No, that's not its point. Let me close the other door. I can show you the proper stance of the car when it's all closed up and just parked. So in general, that is the stance of the McLaren Elva. Please let me know, guys, what do you think in the comments section down below. You really get a good idea of the body lines, the way the entire air moves over the car. It's a silhouette basically looking at it. And what McLaren has done here is they have just rethought of everything. And there are a few other non-windshield speedster cars on the market by competitors like Ferrari and Aston Martin. But this has got such an elegant look to it. Anyways, so let's hop inside and go around the block one last time to truly get a feel for what it's like. I just noticed this too. Look at these inlets right here. I think that's for the sound system. But then it says McLaren, Surrey, England. The owner is going to be taken out on the track shortly. I don't want him to miss his session, but again, it is such an awesome opportunity to test out this vehicle because it's truly unlike anything else. And honestly, this is the first one I've ever seen before in person. You know, let's head back inside. I love how these door handles are so hidden away. No one would know. You buy an Elva and then you can have your buddy try to figure out how to get in. And hopefully they don't try to go over the door because that would be very unfortunate. But if you do know how it works, it is a pretty cool thing. Nonetheless, getting back inside, and here are your side air vents as well. And this has got like a finish. It's almost like, it's not metal, but it has a raw texture to it for the side air blowers. So hopping back inside, these are carbon back seats, and then they have truly thought of everything because when you get inside, right here next to the door sill where you would obviously almost like rub on getting in and out is covered and finished in leather. So when you get in and out, they do protect the car. I love the steering wheel. It is 720S-ish, but I love the white stripe on top. Let's go ahead and close the doors. Alrighty guys, here we go. Where are your rear view mirrors? I can't look behind myself, can I? So be careful driving in the street because that's not a mirror. I thought it was, but it's not. But you know what though? Let's drive back around the block, and then actually sitting in here, this display is so cool to see. It's finished in white, but giving it a small rev. It sounds really good. It kind of vibrates in here as well, but pulling the right paddle shifter, you go into drive. Let's go right around and then go back into the park. Now, I'm not gonna get out for a full drive, guys. It's a brand new car. So you gotta respect that. But I really appreciate the chance to ride this car. It is unreal. Oh my gosh, it sounds so good.
Music, that's why. Music.
Oh my gosh, this thing's an absolute beast. It drives so smoothly. I mean, it is unreal. I am having such a blast right now. This thing is such a beast. Oh gosh, the Elva, you do feel the wind hit you in the face. Wow. This thing is insane. So getting out of the McLaren Elva, wow. So I gotta take a break real quick, get in the shade. Oh my gosh, that car was absolutely unreal. McLaren Elva, I want one. It is the craziest car I've ever driven. You know, it's a multi-million-dollar car as well, so you gotta realize that. So driving it, you wanna be as careful as possible. It feels like driving, let's say, a Formula car, but then imagine the most luxurious, nicest Formula car you could ever be in that is also a piece of art, which is the best way I can put it, because driving it feels so comfortable, yet the seats, they can withstand the harsh environment that being having no windshield or roof to drive around every day, not every day, but now and then. And sitting in them, they're comfortable, but also they provide great support. So you can easily, I feel like, drive it on the racetrack or take corners hard. And not just that, the display is so different. It's got like a white a backlight to it, and it's gonna shade real quick. It's really hot outside today, like 100 degrees. But getting on power, it is very unique. Feels just like my car, the twin turbo V8. It needs RPM to build up power, but in the sense of what it can do, it is very, very unreal. That car is so fast. I mean, and there's nothing like it in the world. It's just 149, and this car has no windshield, no roof. What hypercar is like that? There's only like a hand few out there, and it has blown me away. That is an experience of a lifetime. I will never forget it, because it is such a special vehicle. Anyways, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If I were to compare it to any of the McLaren, it feels like it has the comfort, the ride quality of the McLaren 720. Then also the interior reminds me a lot of the McLaren Artura. And then actually, here's FSC doing a flyby. And their Formula cars, they actually are setting up like a racing school. So if you guys want to learn how to actually properly drive fast, make sure to reach out to them, because they can set you up. You've got the entire FSC lineup right behind me. Tons of Ferraris, Pistas, 720s, 600 LTs, 675 LT, my car, and then it just keeps going on and on. And you have the Formula cars up running, 2 are out on track right now. But really, really cool stuff. If you guys need anything when it comes to getting your car track prepped, your worked on, or even for collision, these are the #1 guys to hit up. You can find information on them in the description down below. But please let me know in the comment section down below, what do you think of that car? Unreal again. Anyways, thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button, as hell, man. Also subscribe for much more great content coming out your way. I'll see all of you in the next episode.